What's cracking, lacking people? We are back for another episode of Laidback Entertainment. This is Laidback TV with 3. I have the one and only OG of Adelaide residents. This guy has played warm-ups for the biggest and best all around the world in the EDM world. He's got amazing fucking stories, which I'm really going to dive into. I'd like to introduce my homie, my personal fucking friend, who I'm super excited to have on, just chat, talk some shit. Paul Marshman!
How are you, big man?
I
feel like that introduction needs a bit of a clap. That was very good. I like that. Thank you, sir.
Just on a flag. You know how we used to do it in the club, bro? It's been a little minute since
it has.
Been on.
It has. How have you been?
Yeah, I've been good, man. I miss playing with you, bro. To be 100% honest.
I know. I miss your energy, mate. I do.
Dude, our chemistry was sick.
Awesome.
The one thing I don't miss though is is keeping my hearing, because you motherfucker always had that booth monitor to the max, man.
Look, when you've been DJing for 10 years, my ears are a bit sore. I will say that, but yeah, I don't know. It's always been a thing for me. Like, you got to feel it. You can't just hear it.
I was waiting for you to say that.
You can't just hear it. You got to feel it. Like,
I'm telling you, I'm gonna say I've played with a lot of fucking people, man. To have those earplugs in and still hear it as clear as day, that's what I love about playing with you.
Yeah, that's
I was like, I gotta warm up. I'm just gonna go stand out in Marshy's set on the stage, breaking the earplugs. You know what it's like. But yeah, man, what's been going on? How's life treating you at the moment?
Good, man. Good. Obviously, more time to myself. I've had way more time in the studio. It's been really good. I've had time to do things that I don't usually do, like just researching into things that I want to get better on in myself, in my own production. Having the time to sit down and watch a 2.5-hour YouTube tutorial. Like, I've got time to do that now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, me working full time all the time, trying to fit everything in, finding new music and preparing for sets, working on music myself, trying to get releases out. I've always felt this pressure of being behind. In terms of, and I don't feel that pressure at the moment, and it's fucking awesome, to be honest with you. Like, mentally in a good spot.
Oh, it's great to hear.
Yeah,
man.
It's good.
It's great to hear. Well, I want to also dive into things that you do outside of the music, and when you are stuck in those places, when you are producing. I know that Well, I want to ask this question straight off the bat.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't always produce every single day, or doesn't have the time to, having a full-time job.
Yeah.
Do you have much writer's block? Or is it, because when you get in the studio, you kind of only have that amount of time. Where do you feel that you can switch it on? Because for everyone, it's very different, man.
Yeah. I'll know in the first half an hour to 40 minutes whether or not it's worth me sticking the night out, or whether it's just call it a night.
Yeah.
And that may happen a couple of times a week, or it might happen on the weekend where you just, I'll lock a whole weekend away and just,
I see you
grab a whole heap of food and just lock myself in there and try and see what happens. But you know what, man? Sometimes I can shoot myself in the foot and waste a whole day and get nothing achieved. It honestly just depends on the day, man. I would have to say.
Yeah. What do you like to do? Like, when are you watching any Netflix things right now? Like,
I started watching that Cobra Kai, but I don't really rate it. It's so cheesy, but it's just too cheesy.
What's that? I haven't heard of it.
Cobra Kai.
Oh yes, the
Yeah, it's on the takeoff of the Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's right. So,
although I was pretty hungover on Sunday, so it was good to watch that. So. Other Netflix things, man, I'm all about docos, to be honest. Like, Michael Jordan one blew me away. Love that.
Bonkers said that last week.
There's an F1 one I've just started watching. I honestly have no interest in F1 whatsoever, but that's grabbed me as well. It's very, very interesting to see what these guys are doing and behind the scenes, and all the money in it. It's fucking ridiculous. But
they spend millions like nothing, man.
Yeah.
Like
$56 million a year.
I know, $1 million is nothing to them, bro. Life changing for a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, honestly, you don't watch heaps of TV, man. To be honest.
Yeah.
So. Unless the footy's on, that's different.
Yeah. Who's your team again?
Port. Port, man.
Hey, fucking hell, man. You're loving it.
We're going alright at the moment. We're going alright. So yeah, that's good.
Right. I'm not even a footy fan.
Well,
I know the fucking fun.
Here's a fun fact for you. So, first year ever that the top team has been rated 5th for the flag, and that's what Port are.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm at as well. I'm not 100% confident.
Marsh, do you know what's funny? I got no idea what that just meant. That's how much of a footy fan I'm not.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Bro, let's rewind this shit all the way back. Like, for people who don't know you, how did you get started in the industry? How did you, why did you want to become a DJ? What led you into producing? What was your kind of first steps? And why'd you get a taste for it?
Well, I actually never really liked dance music, to be honest with you. I was full on into my hip hop, and funnily enough, was really into my breakdancing. Loved that, but I was always interested in DJ. Like, even when I was doing some like underage shows and stuff and breakdancing and whatnot, like Chronic was there, and I was always very intrigued with what they were doing, and I always had a bit of a knack for it. I was like, you know what, I want to be like, that's sick. I want to be a DJ, but that was when I was pretty younger. But when I turned probably 18, 19, started going clubbing and really started to sort of get into dance music, I don't know, I kind of just felt like I had an ear for it. Like, I understood what the DJ was doing most of the time, and I was counting, and songs were coming in when I was thinking they were going to come in, and I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to give it a go. So, a good mate of mine at the time, Riley, shout out Riley, was DJing, and he had some old decks. So me and a mate bought them off him, and what we were doing, started playing around and started getting alright. I was playing footy at the time, so I was doing lots of parties and stuff at the footy club, and it just kind of progressed from there, man. I got my first gig in town probably about 6 months after that.
Where was your first spot?
It was at Mansions.
Yeah. Mansions, that
made a mixtape and stuff for that, and that was pretty. But I actually warmed up, or actually I played after Justice, who was running the London Tavern at the time, and he saw me play, and he's like, "Is this your first gig?" He was like, "Come and play for me at London Tavern." So I went down and played there, and then from there, just sort of like was playing dribs and drabs here and there, and went in a DJ comp, and I won that. And then that it was a residency. He was meant to be at Savvy, but that fell through. But then Marble Bar heard about that. And shout out to my boy Colin for picking me up. Absolute lad.
Apple boy too, man. He brought a lot of fucking shit to the city, man.
Oh, got a lot of respect for Colin. He's helped me out in my career a lot. So,
and he is the reason why there was a lot of internationals.
100%.
He brought a lot of people.
So played at Marble Bar for, I think it was 2 years, and then I was playing a little bit at Reds as well at that time. And then Apple, and then got the there was like what was it? I forget, trying to figure out the name that it was. It was Soho Sessions, I think. It was what Brendan put on for like young and up and coming DJs, and it was a competition for that as well. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I should go in it, but I ended up going in it, and then played there a couple times and worked my way up to the main stage. And kind
that's
of
where your home was, man.
That's where my home was, yeah. So
we're definitely
that's a little bit of the rundown of sort of where I worked my way through for the Adelaide sort of thing. But the cool thing was I always had that mindset of like looking at the HQ stage, and I was like, I want to play on that stage one day. And I kind of gave myself, I was just thinking about the time, and it was like 5 years. I was like, I'll give myself 5 years to get there. I got there in a year and a half, so I was pretty chuffed with that effort. Sick. But the best advice that I probably learnt in that whole thing that I could probably say to younger guys is, don't tell anyone that you're a DJ. Don't go out there and say, oh yeah, I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking DJ. Let what you're doing do the talking for you.
Yeah, speak for it.
So, if you're playing here, you're playing there, you're making traction here, you're making traction there, people will start to notice. So I think that's probably one of the pieces of advice that I did. And I made some really good friendships and really good relationships before I was even playing at the places that I was a resident at.
Yeah, and supporting them, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So.
Yeah, because, man, I feel that as well. But even for us, even when you, like, make music, I got to a point where, like, I had releases that I wanted to put out, but then I wasn't ready for them. So I felt like I put that pressure on myself to be like, do a coming soon post or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to a point where I'm sick of posting photos like, it's just like, let's do the work, and when we've got a whole bunch of shit, let's just drop it and put it out, and like you're saying, let shit talk for itself. So I really respect that. It's good, man, and I'm glad. This is what I wanted from you. Just give him the gems, man. Give the gems, all right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, what is it that you had, though, to be able to read a room? Because, man, I've played with you for a couple of years now. It's a few years.
Yeah.
And, man, you really know how to read a room. Where did you really pick that from? You know what I mean? Was it just constant hours and hours? Did you do bad sets? Because, dude...
Yeah, I would... Look, being a punter, I would say would have some point of it. Like, I know what I want to feel on a dance floor. I know what's, I know what I want to see. But I would say definitely learning how to play each in individual time.
Yeah.
And that is something that, I can give Brendan a shout out for that. Because that's what he did. We had, when it was like me and Michael Constant, were probably the two younger guys on the main stage, there was a lot of chopping and changing around. And it was, figuring everything out and really learning how to start from nothing and build it to something. And I actually became to love that feeling of starting with nothing and then building a full room. Like,
yeah,
it feels fucking awesome, to be honest with you. Like,
it's just like your love for prog house, man.
Yeah.
Those build-ups, man.
That's
Those
exactly
long
right.
build-ups. So that drop,
started
man.
from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah. Getting drizzy on.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You've really got to watch what people are doing. And I will say the old HQ had its perks in that regard, because if you had, a half sort of or a full room, you could always look at the top corners of the room, because they would always be like the first people to sort of veer off.
Fizzle out, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you've just got to watch people and feel people. I mean, for me, it's really about, you've got to get people listening to what you are actually doing.
Yeah.
So not just about playing tune after tune and whatnot. You want to, it's going to sound so cliche, but you want to take people on a ride, basically.
Yeah.
And once you can actually
man.
fully feel that people are listening to what you are doing, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. And when you get to that level in your set or whatever, then it's all good.
Yeah.
So, and that's probably something I'll probably try and work on a lot, is trying to get to that level all the time. So you don't have that conscious mindset of what if I'm going to lose them? Because if you've got them listening, then they're not going to go.
I feel you, man.
Yeah.
Look, the one other thing I got to ask, so you have a lot of respect from a lot of people in the industry. And, I do say this, I've said it a little bit, in the industry, you can have everyone's respect, and then in 1 minute you can lose it by doing something stupid, or, how do you always maintain that, like, respect, bro? Do you? Oh, well, I guess it's a hard question to answer, because
I mean,
you probably don't know it, but I hear it from other people. Like, you're really good at DJing, man.
Yeah.
I've heard it from the mouth of Will Sparks saying that I want Marshy to warm up for me every time.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That you are the best warm up DJ in Australia.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking shit.
Yeah.
Like, Will, shout out if we're fucking wrong, but I know we're going to be right, because I've heard it from his words in the green room. Like, how do you get to that point, bro? Because that's not just you're good at DJing.
How do you get to that point? You do what is needed to be done.
It's such a team. See, this is a team player. Do you know what I mean? Because the one thing I respect about you, Marsh, you wouldn't bitch if you had to do the 4 o'clock set to the 7 set.
Yeah.
Or if you had to do the 9 o'clock set to the 10 set.
What
do you
people?
know what I mean?
I mean, and that's.
You
I mean,
can
I've
play
shot
at any time.
And I mean, I will say this. I mean, I've shot myself in the foot a little bit in my DJing career, in probably not speaking out enough and not probably putting my foot down. But at the same time, you're saying that I've got a lot of respect from a lot of people, which is awesome, and it is awesome. But I actually don't know where I was going with that. Actually, I mean, look, it's how to keep that level of respect is honestly just to do what needs to be done. And research the fucking person you're warming up for.
Yeah.
Knowing what they're gonna do. Like, it's not that hard, to be honest with you. Like, if you know that someone like Will or someone like Marlo, or if you know what they're gonna play and know what sound they're gonna do, you stay clear of it.
Yeah.
But the thing that I think that I have found beneficial to me is being able to find the right tunes to play at the right time. So for me, warming up is, say he's playing for an hour and a half. Warming up is playing 45 minutes of what people want to hear.
Yeah. But you also do a lot of your own mashups as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where I know that you do the relevant songs or the relevant hooks that are on the radio and things like that, and you incorporate it into a prog house drop that you may like, that
correct,
that not a lot of people may know of, but it still goes hard, man.
Yeah.
And
that's something that I've drummed into myself from day one. And I think that back in the day when it wasn't, massive on being a producer, but if you were the best DJ, and that came with having these different edits. And I always would push myself to, have a couple edits every week, basically, you know what I mean? To find something that was progressive or something that I liked or I enjoyed, and, and put that commercial spin in it. But back to what I was saying, like, first 45 minutes, play what they want to hear, and it's all about filtering in and out of what they want to hear. And that goes back to that same thing as well I was talking about before. It's get people listening to you.
Yeah.
Because once you can get them listening to you, then you can start to wind everything back. So then you pull everything back to the point where it's pretty much at nothing. So when someone like whoever comes on, the main act comes on, and they play their first track, the whole room goes fucking bang.
Yeah.
When the whole room goes bang, then I know that I've done my job properly. And this is what people don't understand, and probably the respect thing going back on is, as a DJ, you are there to do a fucking job.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
Yeah, it's about the club and it's about the crew. And
yeah. Until you're on the artist level and you are doing that main slot, I mean, yeah, I'll do it when I'm in that main slot, but until then, you're here to do a job.
Yeah.
That's probably where that respect thing probably comes from.
So, dude, like, old HQ, it was, had a great run there, man. You had a sensational run. And I came right at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
And only got to play probably I played there in and out, hip hop room, and Wells would put me on and stuff like that. But, kind of the main stage, especially.
Yeah.
I got to shout out Ganley because, Tommy.
Yeah.
He, let me rock it there. And I got to experience a fair few nights with you, man. Especially towards the end. We had back-to-back Timmy and fucking Sparks, man, in one weekend. Like,
yeah.
That was the fucking nights, bro.
Yeah.
I remember all of them, but shit. Just, bro, what were your top 3 best experiences that you can remember? Or if there's 5, say 5, man.
At HQ?
At the old HQ. Because we're getting into the new HQ. You've played so many places, but, I know you've warmed up for many people. I know you've just played on that stage, What's some of your best experiences that stick out?
Playing after Nicky Romero would be one. And actually holding the room when I was fucking shitting myself, going, everyone's going to leave. But, yeah, that was an amazing night. Top 5. There's a few. There's definitely a few, like those bigger sort of acts and whatnot. But probably number 1 was just an amazing moment for me, because when I first started DJing, I followed Tommy Trash around everywhere. Like, I just fucking loved him. And he was a massive inspiration for my career and why I wanted to start DJing. I loved what he was about, loved his music, and I was always a punter in the front row, and I'd go up and talk to him, and I'd be like, fangirling out. I remember Tommy Trash playing at HQ, and I was playing on the main stage, and Brendan put me on after him. And sent me a text saying, like, big set tonight, mate. And, because he knew you know,
Yeah,
how much
you loved him. Yeah.
and I remember like standing behind stage and I was just fucking shitting myself. I was so nervous. And Tommy Trash turned around and gave me a big hug and walked me up, and we actually started going like 1-for-1 on the main stage to a full house. Like, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
because it was kind of like
a nice guy.
It was kind of like a moment for me where I was like, fuck, I've come from down there, and now I'm up here with someone who I really
admired
and respected, and that was a big moment for me. So I'd probably have to put that up there, you know, besides playing and warming up for a lot of all these bigger sort of guys, and that's probably a big moment. I mean, the Will Sparks nights, you can't go past them. They were just amazing. I'd probably say the last night as well. The last night at the old HQ. If you can remember that night, that was
Man,
that was
I
amazing.
Just remember the bedroom.
That was
Yeah,
amazing. Like,
it was insane, man.
Yeah.
The I just remember clothes were everywhere. Like Seek was fucking dressed up
and
like
the
a girl. Like,
fire extinguishers and shit going off everywhere.
Yeah, it became, man. Fucking hell. First time I actually seen him get wild, man. Fucking knocked back a few drinks.
Look, met some awesome people, made a lot of friends. Yeah, it was a really good time in my life, to be honest with you. It was very addictive, the old HQ. Like, I personally feel now, looking back, like I kind of wish I did more on my sort of stuff early days back then. It kind of took me a few years to sort of go, oh, fuck, like, you better start producing. Like, you better, you know, you need to get, but because...
did you always want to produce it? Or
I did. I definitely did. But I mean,
you know?
when I first sort of started DJing, it was kind of always about becoming the best DJ. So
yeah.
That's what I tried to do. Like, you know, I tried to become the best DJ, and I kind of felt like when I got to that level, I think it was like 2011 or something, when I got number 2 in the Mix Awards. I was, you know, so chuffed, and I was like, yeah, we need to start doing this. We need to start producing. And I think I kind of didn't do enough in the next sort of coming years, which I kind of shoot myself in the foot for. But I will say that it probably has it to that main room, man, because you'd rock up on a Saturday night and you're playing to 1,500 heads. Fucking, it's addictive. You know.
And you definitely rocked it, man. You held the room.
Yeah. So, yeah, no regrets. No regrets.
And now you're saying you're making up for lost time in a sense.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean? And,
yeah.
You know, like, dude, we only learn from our experiences.
Yeah.
And dude, so let's fast, like, from the new HQ, how did you feel new HQ was? You know, going into that new adventure. You know, because was it a big decision for you to kind of be like, I want to go to the new spot? Because, you know, when you
I definitely wanted to always go. I mean, you know, I was a bit gutted when, like, Brennan and Steve weren't coming over.
Yeah.
Because, you know, those two guys helped me out a lot, and, you know, I think those guys are great DJs and whatnot. But, I mean, I was just really happy to be a part of the team. I mean, it was such a solid team with, you know, and Tom running it and doing a great job, and, you know, Matty and Dom and you guys, and like, it was just a solid unit. Like, I was just happy to be a part of it, really. Like
we were family, you know.
Yeah, and it was, and it did feel good. Like, going to the new place, it was like, yeah, this is going to happen again. But yeah, the room, man, it's just, you know, you can't go past that old room. You just can't.
I know. And it's the venue. It was the venue, man. Look, we definitely did have some rocky roads towards the end. And, you know, some of us stuck it out a lot longer than others. Yeah. And I don't blame anyone for not sticking it out for whatever reasons and things. Or, you know, even for people that did stick it out, you know. But, man, you know, even... Like, I think back now and seeing all the flyers that have been popping up lately in your fucking Facebook memory feed.
Memories kill me some days.
Oh, dude. Yeah. There's been so many good ones. I'm like, fuck, man, that night. I had fucking the chronic addiction underage one popped up. It was like Krog.
Did you still have a beard then? Or?
No, but I was like Chopper Reed back then. I looked like a church. I couldn't believe it. Like, man, I actually fucking performed like this. But, man, you know, for the first year of that new HQ, bro.
That first night,
I had some of the best memorable photos of with you, Mill J, Nick, Crunk,
yeah.
you know, the crew. Like,
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
You know,
honest, even pretty much to the last 6 months, it was real good, man. Like, same sort of thing. We had us tight unit again. You know, everyone got around each other. It was good. Yeah, this sort of kind of stuff didn't work out, but yeah, I mean, the room was good. The room was great, and definitely, you know, when it was full, it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just didn't have that same sort of amphitheatre feel that I think the old HQ did have. The only thing I think, you know, and you can probably vouch for this as well, is when people came in, because the room was so wide, you know, you definitely look at, like, you know, you'd see people go to the left, to the right, and you'd kind of look at them and they would just go, oh, fuck, there's not much going on, because it was just so wide. I mean, you can still have
really big
300
space,
people on the dance floor, but it still looked a bit empty. Whereas I think the old place didn't really have that. You know, I think, especially if you're on the dance floor and you're like looking behind you and whatnot, it looked like a bit of a mission to get to the back. Whereas,
you had those tiers, man. That's what I remember about the old HQ, you know? Dude, and that's the thing. I gotta ask, how annoying was it? Because it is really hard when people are like, man, this isn't like the old one. This isn't like the old one. It's like, we know it's not like the old one, but that's not our fault. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard to recreate something that was that,
I know. I mean, you
sense.
just try and put positivity in people's heads, I suppose. Like, I was like, it's not, but this is happening and this is happening and we're doing this and we're doing that. I think that was the kind of angle that I kind of just tried to run with. I mean, still a nice venue, man. Still a very nice venue.
Dude, and the thing is, shout out to everyone who's, you know, worked there, because they still
100%,
they put amazing acts on.
Yeah.
You know, like consistent acts that they would fucking put on, and whether it be a full fucking house or not, the acts were still coming every single week. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, we definitely had a very passionate crew, and it was great to work with everyone. That's on both the old and the new HQ. I mean, feel very privileged to work with some of the people that I've worked with over the years. Like, sharing the same passion with like-minded people is inspiring. It's been good.
Yeah. And Marsh, you know, come on, bro. You the return of the main room. At HQ, new HQ, return of the main room. You were headlining.
That was good fun.
You know,
that was good fun.
How was that, bro? Because for me, it was, as a mate, like, you know, we're fucking real. Like, I see you as a genuine friend.
Yeah.
And, you know, like,
it was good.
It was fucking the best seeing you with a big ass smile on your face and rocking it in your element, bro.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking fantastic night. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. It was really good. Good going. You got to go through some old tracks of, like, you know, the past sort of 5 or 6 years and whatnot, and go back in time a bit, but. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, man. Had a lot of fun. Definitely was buzzing off the adrenaline at the end of that set. It was good. It was real good.
Do you know what I'm about to bring up next?
No.
Mr. Laidback Luke.
Yeah.
How the fuck was that warming up for Laidback Luke, man? One of the fucking OGs, like, around the world. That was an amazing night. I know for a fact that you were nervous.
I met Laidback Luke for the first time so I've warmed up for him, is it twice or 3 times now? Once I've played with him at Apple. I don't know if I warmed up for him that night though.
Oh, that's right.
And
yes, that was the first time I
warmed up for him once at the old HQ, and then at the new HQ as well.
Because that was came from a festival, or was he actually booked at the old HQ?
I think, I'm not sure. No, the old HQ came on a Thursday night that was called Riot Society.
Yeah.
Apple one, he may have been down for something else and Colin got him.
That was insane that night, man.
Yeah.
And the Apple bar was amazing.
But yeah, he's just a genuinely nice guy. Like, and yeah, gives feedback, and like, I think technically Laidback Luke, to watch him is just something else, and it's awesome, you know.
Yeah.
I remember being a punter and going to see him play at festivals and stuff like that. Just a really, really good, genuine DJ. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I had the pleasure to actually interview him at HQ. And
Yeah.
I was very taken back. Like, you know me, man, I'm a hip hop dude. I'm a hip hop head to the core.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I love the club atmosphere, and I may not know all of the club music.
Yeah.
But I still can slot in, and like for me, it's about timing, and it's about, from an MC point of view, like you were saying with DJing, it's about knowing when to speak, knowing when
100%.
not. And you know, I think people say that I'm good. I think it's generally because I had so many of you boys and like Crunk and Dom. They would tell me, don't fucking do this. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always had
Yeah.
that drilled into me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess that's when, like I said, I wasn't there to be the star. I was there to accompany the stars.
Yeah.
And know your role and make
Yeah,
that team
100%,
effort,
man.
you know?
100%.
And that's what I loved about us, though, man. It was a point where, look, I've played with DJs before, and you can feel that you just don't have a vibe with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not nothing. It's just maybe they're not used to it, or they haven't played with many MCs in the club, and a lot of other people there's some people that don't.
Yeah.
But even people that don't, they kind of liked what I did to an extent.
Yeah.
But with us, man, it was like, you just had to look at me, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we got to that good in sync that we could
I
just
remember
kind of
saying
read
to you
each other,
a few
man.
times,
you know?
like, let's pull the fucking trigger.
Yeah.
I remember, but yeah, energy is an infectious thing, mate, and you've got to. I mean, energy just portrays to people. So if you've got the right energy on stage, which you do, and that's working in sync with the DJ, then people are going to be up and about with you. So,
yeah. And sometimes it's hard, man. It's a lot easier when you rock in and it's a full fucking crowd.
Yeah,
Because that energy off the crowd, man. Talk a little bit about that. Like, you know, you've also played at festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, the energy from that sense, and then the energy from being in a packed club, man. You know, you're essentially just feeding off each other.
One of my best moments, my DJing, was at Stereosonic one year, and I was playing in a tent. There's probably maybe fit like 700-800 people in there. And I was playing, doing my thing. Tent was pretty full, having a good time, and then halfway through, I just remember like looking up, and I was like just clapping my hands like this. And there was people that were like outside of the tent that were clapping their hands, and I was just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got full attention, man.
Yeah, I'll never forget that moment, because that was like what the fuck is going on here? Like, it wasn't just the people that were in front of me; it was people that were outside of what was going on. So, yeah, that was a pretty cool energy moment, I'll say. But the best thing for me as a DJ with energy, I think, is when you're 100% getting it back from someone, right? So, if you can genuinely look at people in the front row, and you know you're doing things with your arms or whatever, you're trying to clap with them, and the whole room's doing it, but not just that. That's awesome, and you're building them up to something, right? When, say, if you're doing something pretty cool, like you got a couple tracks going on and you're building them both up or whatnot, and you know what's about to happen, they don't know what's about to happen, and it fucking just hits them in the face, like a big fucking punch, and you can just see the pure emotion on people's faces, like nothing better. But and that's just that, having that energy, and you know, and really sort of getting everyone up and about, and then feeling when it just kicks in. When you got a full room of people doing that, man, it's pretty amazing. It's probably the best feeling in the world, to be honest with you. Yeah. What was one of your favorite
like festivals that was on at the time? Because man, you've been to the Future Music's, the Stereosonics, like you know, there's Touch Base around now, and you know there's.
I'd probably have to say, for the lineup wise, especially, probably Stereosonic, man. Yeah, if you look back at all old lineups and stuff, like definitely probably Stereosonic. Yeah.
And the awesome thing was, man, they all pretty much came to HQ for the after parties.
Yeah.
You know, which must have been fucking insane. Like, is there anyone that you just generally met? Like, is there fucking the story?
I met Martin Garrix, and when he was pretty young, and he got kicked out. That was after a Future, though, I think. But
he got kicked out.
Yeah, I think he was underage at the time. Yeah, no, not that I can remember. It was usually pretty Yeah.
You were pretty lit by that time. All day partying in stereo.
Not anyone that sort of stand out that probably haven't played with along the way. Anyway, a lot of them sort of like back then just sort of did their thing and left anyway.
Yeah.
If it was like someone, on the Eric Prid sort of level, they would just sort of have their own band room to themselves and want to be left alone anyway. So yeah. I smoked a joint with Chucky actually after party. That was pretty cool.
Hey, shout out Chucky. How'd you feel after that?
Yeah, pretty good.
Well, man, Crunk, we had a conversation about him with Crunk, and yeah, he said he had some wild nights in Miami, and man, again, down to earth dude. A lot of the DJs that I've met are very down to earth. You guys in your bedroom a lot of the time as well, creating, and then you're doing it for the genuine love.
Yeah.
There's here and there. It's the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
But look, diving into a bit of Fresh FM and radio and stuff, because I know that you obviously have a show, The Main Room, which you started when we were rocking the Main Room together.
Yeah.
What is your kind of experiences with Fresh? Because I know you've DJ'd plenty of times on Fresh before you had your own show.
Yeah.
So how did that kind of, anyone that's interested to want to get involved or, just...
well, it probably sort of stemmed from, or early sort of days would have been like the midday mini mix, the mix at 6, things like that. So just sending mixes in. Then I did a little bit of a show with Steve Hart. We had like about a month, I think, on every Monday night.
Yeah.
And then I did something a few years later called the Come Up on Fresh.
Yeah. That stayed around for a while, man.
So did that.
The Come Up.
Yeah.
For a while, man.
I mean, and I've always done like a couple guest spots with like Gex on Synergy on like a Saturday night and things like that. And then sort of what escalated from there is Brendan and Steve had their show called Clubbers Drive.
Yes. Dude, shout out the Clubbers Drive.
Yeah, how good was that show?
Bro.
How good.
Dude.
So yeah, I was doing half an hour towards the end of their time with Clubbers Drive. So I was sort of doing that. And then that sort of filtered out and kind of just like left it for a while. And I was like, no, maybe there's a spot for me. So I went and had a meeting with Fresh, with Zane, and said, look, like, this is what I want to do. What do you guys reckon? And I think at the time they were interested, but sort of looking at avenues they could get it in. And it wasn't like a 2-hour show. It was going to be a 1-hour show. So that's how it sort of started. And yeah, just sort of started doing it in I do it from home. So got my own setup with obviously mics and things like that. And just sort of started from there.
Man, it's one of the things that, it's a big commitment that people don't understand when you got to do that.
Yeah.
It's every week, man.
Yeah.
You need set aside the time. You can't just play the same stuff.
And when you work,
you got to be creative.
Yeah, and sometimes some weeks it is tougher than others, I will say. But some weeks it's actually refreshing, especially with what's going on and me not playing.
Yeah.
Still gives me time to mix some tunes. Do you know what I mean? So, still gives me time to look for some new music. Still gives me time to be up with stuff. Like, one thing about the Main Room is what I try and do is just to play the newest and biggest Main Room tunes. Like, so it's good to sort of be in front of that sort of regard as well. So.
And man, I know as well, there's been times where you've fucking told me, I'll be at HQ already, and like you've got the 12 o'clock set, and you warm up for the next one, and then fucking you'd roll into the band room and be like, wait man, I was in the Uber and fucking next minute the fucking cunt's playing my show. Like, you're like, I'm pumped. Like, so that's gonna be a great feeling. I know that feeling when you work so hard and you're hearing your tunes and
Yeah.
So like,
this Paul Marshman guy, he sounds alright. What do you reckon? What do you reckon of this tune? Yeah, it's sick. Oh, I remember actually. I think I was saying it's one of the cab drivers was saying something about it, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is my radio show, and he's like, no, it's not. I was like, no, it is, and he just wouldn't believe me. And I was like, for fuck's sake. So I just got out my ID. I'm like,
oh really? What a lad.
So that was pretty funny, but I've actually had a pretty good. I remember Monday morning blues, going to work, like, fuck. And then my song came on the radio. And then there's just like instant change.
Let's speak about that now, man. You know, because you've gone from DJing in the clubs, been around for a long time, warming up for some of the biggest DJs, you know, dabbling in producing here and there, obviously taking it more seriously at times, and then having the show. You know, you've been constantly building your connections and, you know, obviously staying in different avenues. You know, where... Speak about that now. Speak about, you know, you've produced your own track.
Yeah.
You know, you've obviously had the fucking...
Yeah. Look, I mean...
It's good enough. It's good to be... to be on the radio, man. You can't... Just because you work at the radio station... Just because you work at the radio station doesn't mean you always get your tracks on the fucking radio.
Yeah,
You can know everyone, but they still got to be decent and fit what the whole station's about. And,
100%.
You know?
100%.
Just touch a little bit on that, man. Like,
well, I mean, I've probably been producing now for what year each? Yeah, probably 7 years. And I really, obviously, playing in the main room. You know, you want to have some big main room tracks and whatnot. And I had a few releases in that regard. We had 2 ourselves, that, you know. But, you know, as you know, they didn't do... Yeah, boy! But they didn't do too well. So, I mean, for me, personally, progressive house is my jam. Like...
Yeah, it's your love, man.
I can't get enough of it. So, I've always been writing progressive house. Like, ever since I started producing, but... I kind of feel like I hadn't got to that level of wanting to put something out. Wrote a really cool track with Steve Hart under our last Encore banner, and that went really well. But I kind of wanted to do my own thing and something similar and keep going on that progressive vibe, and that's sort of how Overdrive sort of started. And yeah, I was really, really happy with the instrumental of Overdrive. Like I remember showing it to my friends, and I was like, look, I think this is alright. I think it might.
I remember.
I
remember when you first got the vocal.
I think I can actually release this. You know what I mean? Like it's been really hard for me to find vocalists. But yeah, I met OMZ online and started chatting about the track, and he came back with a vocal, and that was sort of how Overdrive. Well, I sent it to Global League, shout out Global League, my boys. And that's sort of how Overdrive got released. And I kind of just sent it to Fresh as like, hey, what do you think? Like, where am I at? I wasn't asking me to put it on the radio. I was kind of just like, you know, because I thought the product was pretty close. Like, I thought it was pretty close to maybe getting some airtime. And yeah,
you kind of know when you're producing it though, man. Hey,
yeah,
like
yeah.
You know, so when you, because look, there are people that produce with the intention to be like, I want to make the best fucking club banger. I know this is gonna rock in every club. There's other people that are like, I want to make a pop track, or I want to make this track to be on a radio track. Yeah. Were you kind of going into that noise?
Not intentionally, man. Honestly,
it flourished into that.
It's just about melodies for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I've got a fair few tracks at home, but if I don't stick, then I don't worry about them. So, but this one just stuck, and I was like, nah, this needs a vocal, and this has got potential to be on the radio, and it did, and it went really well. Got number 12 in the top 92 last year. Shout out Fresh, how good.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I remember that day. I wasn't expecting that either, so that was quite funny. my reaction.
Man, it was playing a lot. Like, I fucking put it on and be like, well, shit.
And then the next one was with Jethro. So basically, what sort of happened was I sort of got in the same sort of situation again. So I'd written a couple instrumentals, and I was like, I've got no vocalist.
Yeah.
And I tried a couple of people online. Long story short, got completely fucked over. So I went to the label and I said, look, I've got these 2 tracks. What do you guys think? Do you know anyone that can can sing, and that's how I met.
How did you get fucked though, man? Because I want people to know, like, no, you don't have to bag anyone
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
but what's some of the red flags? You know what I mean? Because hey, man, you know, in this industry, people can very guilt trip you into doing things, or you know, like you can feel like, oh man, yeah, you know, I'll do this for you, then you got my back, and I'll
Yeah.
get you the next time.
Well,
you
one
don't hear
vocalist
from
was
them,
like,
so-
all right, we'll have it done by this date.
Yeah.
So you pay like an upfront fee to get the ball rolling. Did all that. Oh yeah, it'll be done next month. So you wait a month. Oh yeah, it'll be done next month. So you wait another month.
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time this happened. This has honestly happened to me 3 fucking times.
Yeah, right.
Twice, I've had to chase my money back. And one of them I've already worked with before, which you know, I'm not going to bag anyone, but
Yeah. Just
it's just
frustrating.
like, I would fucking never do that to someone.
Yeah.
Like you're meant to be a professional yourself, and you know you're doing that sort of shit. So had some bad luck, all good. Then I had some amazing luck. So obviously going into the studio, the Global League studio, shout out M4. If you ever get a chance to go down there, man, it's fucking.
He's got a new spot, right?
Yeah,
He's got a new spot now.
it's
Yeah,
an
I
amazing
remember
room.
being at the old spot, and yeah, shout out M4 and the boys. I've met them through Uber.
And yeah, I was
crew.
lucky enough to sit with Mickey and Jethro for 2 tracks and playing around a bit, and yeah, it was just a such better vibe. You would know. Think about the 2 tracks that we did together, right? We both had a bit of an idea. I had a bit of an idea about the vocal. We fucking did them in 2 nights because there was chemistry
you just came to mind, man.
and flow, and we made shit happen.
Yeah.
The same thing happened on the level with Jethro, and honestly, we got that done in 3 sessions. And I don't know, I get fucking rock solid.
Yeah.
You're in a room with like-minded people, and they're so passionate about the same thing that you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
it's just a wicked,
undeniable.
it's just a wicked experience, you know. And I'm very grateful that I had that opportunity to work with Jethro, and we come up with.
He's not just a vocalist as
No.
well, bro. Shout out Jeffro. I know, like, he plays keys, he plays
That
drums.
was so.
Like, he's
The
very
guitar that's in
instrumental.
that breakdown is done by Jethro. So playing the piano over and over again, and he's had his guitar there, and he's like, well, why don't we try this? And he was just like, pretty much just picked it up and just went fucking bang. And I'm just like, how good. Think we'll add that in.
Yeah,
So,
sick. So
yeah.
that's what I like about you as well, Marsh, because I've worked with you in the studio, and you're very like-minded like me in the sense it doesn't matter about who's got what part. It's about what is best for the overall and end product.
Yeah, correct.
And, you know, it's all about that vibe. And,
Yeah.
know, so you bring that team, that work ethic
yeah.
everywhere you go. You know,
Yeah,
that team
yeah.
vibe, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I want you started. And that's getting some airplay now too, which is great. So, yeah.
And I know you got something else in the pipeline.
Yeah,
Can you
so I
speak
got-
a little bit about that.
Yeah, I can't say the vocalist because wants to be unnamed actually,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I can say that he has worked with Tiesto, Garrix, and a few of those big dogs. So
Yeah.
I found this guy and producers out there. If you are struggling to find vocalists like I have, there is a website called Sound Better. So it's pretty much like LinkedIn, but for vocalists and producers and whatnot. So basically, I just checked out this guy's profile, sent him the track. I wasn't expecting a reply, him being at the kind of level that he's at,
Yeah.
but he loved the track. So
That's all it takes, man. That's
Yeah.
all it takes. If you get the vibe, it's there.
So
So I know
yeah.
how that feels from a vocalist point of view, man.
Yeah. So yeah, very stoked to have him on the record, and kind of
you-
just finished finalising the mastering at the moment, but I'm pretty excited for this one. Yeah. Pretty
Can you
excited.
touch on when it's gonna? Can you leak anything, or you just
oh,
not? You can
honestly,
keep it hush.
Honestly, haven't even pitched it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but excited for it anyway.
Yeah, and you're
so.
doing an independent
Oh, I'm not
release,
sure. I'm
or
not quite
you're
sure
gonna
yet.
play around a bit.
Yeah, not quite
okay.
sure. Yeah.
And how does that feel? Like going, you know? Yeah. What do you prefer? Do you?
I
do
mean,
you
look,
like
the
to
guys
go
at
for
Global
big labels?
League are awesome, and they've done some awesome work with me, and would like to stick a lot of tracks with those guys because they
Yeah.
work hard. They're on the same level as what I am. They know what product that I want to put out.
Yeah.
They see, exactly right. And honestly, it's probably the first lot of people that's ever sort of believed that the music that I'm making is good enough.
Mm.
And I've always had that doubt in my mind. For a lot of the time, is my music good enough to release? Is it good enough to be on radio? Is it, that sort of stuff? And these guys do believe in me. So having that as a backing is, I'm very, very grateful for. So.
No, it's good, man. Well, you deserve it. Like, you're
Thanks,
such
man.
a top dude and fucking... and, dude, and look, when I hear your music, I'm like, this should fucking be in Mykonos. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so prog house. It's got
and that's
such
good
a
as well.
good
Like, it's cool to
vibe,
get...
man, that I love.
It's cool to... sometimes you read some of the comments and stuff of what people write on your stuff, and it's just cool to see, people from around the world just writing like a tiny thing, that how the song makes them feel.
Mm.
Like, yeah.
Brings the best out.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So, when you're not producing and stuff, man, like, what do you like to do? What's your hobbies? Like, what do you...
My hobbies? I don't have any time for fucking hobbies, man, to be honest.
Come on, man. You smack the fucking tennis racket around.
I love my
I know
footy.
you're pretty good at it, too.
I love my footy. I love my tennis. Just getting out, hanging out with the missus, hanging out with friends, and I just bought a Jeep, so I'm going to be doing a bit of exploring, I'd
we
say.
were just speaking about that off camera, but let's touch on the cars that you did have. You fucking hoon, lead foot fucker. Every time you'd see Mars, you'd be planting it, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, well, when I was younger, I had a RX-7, and I spent way too much money on that car.
You always do.
But I did love that car. Then I had Skyline, and I had a WRX, so now I've calmed it down a bit.
Dude, those cars are skyrocketing, man.
I know.
They're skyrocketing.
I know. Good mate of ours had a 32 GDR, and I think, how old was I? I reckon I was probably 19 or 20 when he had it.
Yeah.
I think he bought it for like 22 grand, and they're worth like fucking 90k now.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Even my RX-7's worth like 40 plus.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Oh,
man, I have Crunk's old car, the Integra, and I was thinking like, oh, should I get rid? And I spoke to my Honda mate, and he's like, dude, you should hold on to it. Like,
yeah, right.
He told me, that his mate's got 33s. He goes, a lot of people in the States are scooping them up now.
Yeah.
He goes,
that's where it all stemmed from, because America's,
Yeah, because of the 25 years, now they can drive them legally, which I didn't know, and he said, like R34 GDR. Miles, what
I shouldn't have got rid of the WRX.
What was the record? R34 GDR, something, 250? 250 grand. R34. It's just happened recently.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking skyrocketed.
A friend of mine's working in a spec one that's worth 160 grand.
Yeah. Those R34s, like, they're old Fast and Furious, like Paul Walker.
If you got to people hold on to them fuckers, there's some gems.
How good.
Yeah.
How good.
Yeah. No, good on them, man.
Yeah. So, other than that, hobbies. Yeah. That's pretty much it, man. If I get a bit of spare time between work and stuff, it's basically just doing those things, pretty much, yeah. I have been smashing the gym, though. Like, I've been really trying to focus on me a little bit more in this last
I see a couple Instagram posters here and there. And shout out my boy Trim. I don't know what you're doing, Trim, but motherfucker, you ripped.
Yeah, I've been training with Trim actually a little bit as well. So shout out Trim.
Yeah, Trim.
Yeah, having this downtime a little bit. It's been really good. So I've been focusing on that a lot more and trying to do my thing there too, which has been good. So,
what are you benching now, boy?
100 kilos.
Fuck, it's pretty decent for you, man.
I know.
That's solid, bro.
Yeah.
Good fuck, I can't bench 100, I don't think, man. I'll be struggling like a mofo, that's for sure. Man, you know my fucking missus, she's like gym freak. So,
yeah.
Like, I'm just kind of like, look, you love the gym. I don't mind the gym.
Yeah.
She's been taking me to CrossFit, and whoever doesn't think CrossFit is fucking hard.
It's hectic.
Fucked, man.
Hectic.
It is so hard. I do like one session a week and I'm taxed, man. I'm fucked. But, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's how important is the gym for your mental health? Like, how do you feel about
that's kind of why I started going.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind touching on that?
Well, I was just working too many hours and a job that I didn't really like, and just felt under pressure all the time. And mentally, it was just so much more refreshing to go to the gym.
Are you
Maybe
a
I wouldn't say
morning
that's
gym?
probably why I started. I mean, I probably went back to the gym. I've kind of been on and off for a while, but for a few years now. But that was definitely, it got to the point for me personally of like just going to the gym just to get that mental release.
Yeah.
And then it was like changing it to go in the morning before work. So you get to work and you're just like, yeah, let's fucking go. And now that's pretty much how I've tried to be since everything's been back in a regard for the last probably 3 or 4 months. That's how I've been going. So I've been like pretty much 4 out of 5 mornings I'm there at 5:30 in the morning. I'm just trying to get that. I've started a new job, and I want to
Congratulations.
Thank you. Like, I'm trying to do the best that I can in that regard as well. Like, I want to be as much on the ball and ready to go for pretty much anything. New job, lots of new opportunities, lots of things to learn. So I just want to make sure that I'm in the right headspace for all of it, basically.
Focused.
And I feel like the benefits of going to the gym in the morning sets me up for that.
Yeah.
So.
Did you obviously going before COVID hit and the gyms closed?
Yep.
So what did you do in that period, man? Were you doing the home gym, or did you just take it easy? Because I had to transform my
I wish I had a photo
garage.
saved for you. It's a bit of a piss take. If anyone knows me too well, I'm pretty
table.
Nah, I'm not the world's best handyman. Let's put it that way. But
it's alright. Give Chris a call. I'll help you out, bro. I got you home.
I got a little stair landing at the top there, so pretty much just went to Bunnings and got like this little foam gym flooring and put it all down on the flooring, and then went and got some old weights from my old man's house, and they're all like rusted and things like that.
But they're the ones that you had to
And like one's completely for the wrong thing and fallen off, and you dodge your toe, and so just did that for a little bit. But honestly, it was horrible. You get distracted by something. My studio's right there, so halfway, I'll just go put this on, or I'll just go check this, or so yeah. It was very hard to stay motivated. I did a lot of walking though, lot of walking.
For a period, that's all we really could do, and it was good to get out, for even that hour a day.
Yeah.
And man, I reckon at that time, like, there's so many fucking people around my neighborhood I know now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just see, you never would see your neighbors as much. I think it brought everyone back to a reality.
COVID's been fucked for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I think it has made people realise that smaller scale things of like time, appreciating that, and just appreciating smaller sort of things that you probably you take for granted when life is so busy and everyone's going full bore. If there's one thing that could probably come good out of it, it's probably that. Probably winding it back in and actually realising what you got in front of you.
Setting new goals and
pretty much, man. Pretty much, yeah. Like, you can either sit back and whinge about it, or you can just fucking get on with it and get it done.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, dude, I 100% agree with you, man. And look, I'd say to everyone there, it's okay to be sad. Like, go through the emotions.
100%.
But don't let it just be all.
100%, man. 100%.
Because once you get into a deep hole, it's even harder to keep pulling yourself out. But
what you're just saying there, I saw a photo today actually. It was just like a broken tree, and they had this one green leaf broken out of it, and it says, "No matter what you've been through, you can always start again."
That's right. Plant the seeds, man. Plant
That's
the seeds
right.
in your mind. You have the power to choose.
Fuck, we're getting deep. Where did that happen?
Yeah, bro.
Is this vodka in
this is what
here?
it's all about. I've mixed it with something. No. It's clear water. Man, yeah, this is what it's all about. Like, dude, I don't know if I'm saying it every fucking episode, but the biggest reason why we wanted to create this show was to give a platform to you boys, you know, to, my friends and DJs and other people in the industry that I admire and that are in Adelaide and that are doing cool shit. And, I just want to talk and hang out. My thing that I love, I can't host in the clubs right now. And, it's just harder for everyone. I've gone back to painting and stuff. And what I really like is why people do the things they do. What's their reasons behind it? You know,
Yeah.
because it's like tats, man. Some people just get tattoos for the fact of they just like, they can walk into a shop and they're like, I like that on the wall, and they got it.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah, yeah.
Every tattoo to me has a meaning, you know.
Yeah.
And I like to know the stories and meanings and
Yeah.
things like that. So, yeah, the fact is that I really appreciate you coming on the show.
No, thank you for
spreading
having
some
me.
fucking knowledge.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Hey, you ain't fucking going anywhere. Yeah, mate. We ain't fucking stop. What are you fucking getting into? Alright? Look, but we're going to kick into something really fucking cool in a minute.
Alright.
I know you already had a test run, Mitch. This isn't really fair. I'm going to be real to everyone. This isn't fair.
Hey,
But Marsh was, he was
I got a
before
phone.
me.
I got a phone call, so I didn't do a full lap. Just fucking relax over there.
Alright, okay, alright. So, I told him to come, and I was fucking late, alright? Jimmy, the fucking hairdresser. I had to keep the colours.
Oh, shout out Jimmy. Yeah, boy.
My boy.
What a ledge.
Yeah, he was a lad. I was saying that you're on the show tonight. He's like, I'll have fun with Marshy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there with the boys and stuff. And even Harry was in the back. He's like, man, what time is it? Like, you gonna fucking go? I'm like, yeah, I know. Now I'm gonna speed and hopefully not gonna fucking find
Oh, good.
car troubles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I hope the Jeep doesn't have any drama.
No, we'll be right, mate. We'll be right.
But look, it's time to kick into the segment that I love. We're gonna head into Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
So, what we're doing is you get to write your own name, sir,
Okay.
on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
You get to pick any player you like, right? Any player you desire.
Yeah.
You have to do a time trial, and
Mm.
your best lap time is going to get recorded. And then you have to do Flower Castle, it's Flower Cup. Fuck, man, you know, you think I'd get it after the third episode. Flower Cup, and then you get to pick any player, pretty much where you rank and who you are. All right. I'm going to be recording that with my shitty ass writing, but you write your name, sir.
Excuse my left-handness, but yeah.
It's all good in the hood. You do what you got to do, sir. Sorry, I should get this from you.
So what am I aiming for? Best lap time? Fuck, 47 seconds.
Who did? Yeah, that man, Lockie. Shout out Locks. He actually did really fucking well.
Yeah, right. That's hectic.
Look, I love Crunk, but he struggled a little bit.
I don't reckon I'm going to beat that.
Look, you know, hey,
All right.
you may be the shittest on this list. We don't know yet. We've
All
still
right,
got a few
let's
guests
go.
to go through. So who are you gonna pick, bro?
So what do I go to?
So
One
first
player
game,
game?
and we'll go time trials.
Yeah.
Go begin. Click to the right.
Yeah, begin.
Yep, begin, bro. So in the time trial, you get 3 mushrooms, right? Do you know how?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. We okay.
Wait, what's the... Tell me this, though. Just on the sneaky. You know how you get that, like, boost at the start? How do you do that? What? You got to wait for the... It's like... Come on, man!
No, I can't disclose that.
Come on! That's going to...
All I'm going to say is that the
Help
way
me.
that in DJing, it's all about time.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying.
have a listen to it.
Mushroom Cup and the first one, Luigi's Raceway. Yeah, you know, we make the first one easy. The second one's gone fuck you. I'm just saying.
All right. All right.
It's all about time, Marsh.
Fuck!
Ah, you fucked that up.
Fuck! I'm
It's
already
alright.
done.
Hey, I love Toad because I hear that Toad is the fastest because he's the lightest. And you know how to jump as well, sir?
Is it
To
the
drift?
top right?
Yeah, top right. Oh, it's this guy. So I am going to be talking to you because I have to just kind of
you're
off
right.
a bit. Dude, how long has it been since you've played Mario Kart? Have you ever had a 64? Or what was your kind of console back in the day?
I've never had a 64. No, I've never had a 64. Used to smash Mario Kart when I was a kid though.
Yeah.
Did have Wii Mario Kart for a while though.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have to get the other remote? The GameCube remote?
Yeah.
Because, dude, GameCube was sick.
Yeah, no, I
Like-
never had a GameCube. Probably the first major console I had was a Sega Saturn.
Dude.
Remember them? They
My
came out
first-
before.
That was my first console, Sega.
Came out just before PlayStation, then PlayStation took over.
Yeah.
Everything.
So you're a Sonic boy or what?
Yeah.
Or what
a
did you
bit.
play on Sega?
Yeah, probably Sonic. And like Sega Rally.
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Now we're going back.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, I'm actually old.
You know what, sir? You're doing pretty good for your fucking age. That's for damn sure. Go to the gym, motherfuckers. So yeah, what? So then you got a PlayStation 1.
Yeah, then I had PlayStation for a bit.
Mushroom. I was gonna say, you can use the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Jeez, 48. You're not off. You're not far off, man. That's pretty good time.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to concentrate now. So, last lap. Let's get it. Okay, how's the tunes though?
Oh, is this gonna inspire
I tell you what.
you?
I don't play many video games to be honest, but I saw Tony Hawk's just redid their. How good is that?
Pro Skater.
How good is that?
I am so fucking keen for that, man. I used to fucking play that all the time. My favorite place was the high school. I
Yeah.
used to go to the high school, and dude, they just had so much. They had horse, they had grinding everything, like, and then I don't know. I was a cheat. I used to get all the cheat
what did I
fucking
get?
combinations. What did you get? 48, 59. 48, 59. That's...
What lucky yet?
He got 47, 82.
Damn it!
And you were towed.
All right, what's up next? What do I do now?
Next, that you, if you just go back.
Yeah, hang on.
Yep.
Quit?
Just quit that, yep. So now we want you to go into a Grand Prix, not Grand Prix.
So one game?
Right. One game, Mario Grand Prix, go all the way down 150cc, and then you need to pick whoever you like, sir. Toad it is again.
Yeah, which one?
Flower Cup, sir.
Yeah. Just the whole thing.
Okay, yep, you're doing the whole thing. So you have to get fourth and up to advance to the next round.
Yeah.
Right? 1, 2, and 3, you get 1, 2, 3, and 4, you get different points, and then the highest
Fucking
points.
fat
So
cunt got me.
Crunk
Ooh.
was Mario. He came 6th out of the whole leaderboard with 6 points.
Oh, I remember this level.
Lockie was DK, and he got 5th out of, and he got 8 points. He struggled on one of the courses. Shout out, Lock. I felt the frustration, sir, but I was fucking him up a little bit.
Right.
I'll admit.
I've not played this in so long, eh?
Yeah, so as well, to shoot, it's the trigger at the back, man. When you
Yeah.
get the little icons.
Oh,
I
3
love
reds
the
in
shells,
second.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, Khan.
Jeez!
Khan.
Gosh! Watch out! We might have someone that smashes through the course fucking pretty quick! Holy shit.
Oh, I don't know about this. Woo
Oh,
up.
it's a tight squeeze, man. Oh, you're being
That's what she said.
conservative, man. Oh shit, Luigi just got rolled. Yes.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
So close.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good old bus. Man, Peach is always at the front, man. Always.
Peach, eh?
She's always rocking it, man.
It's because everyone's trying to taste that ass.
Yeah. Classic Marsh.
Fuck off, Bowser, you fat fuck. Sorry, I get really loud when I play video
No,
games.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is Marsh in his full element right now. Yeah, so back to Tony Hawk's, bro. I'm so keen for that too, and I think it's sick how they're bringing they're recreating some of them, and I know everyone's like massive on the PS, and the PS5's coming out at the end of the year.
Yeah, right.
I think. I'm not like a full-on gamer here, so I don't want to be saying all the
Yeah,
wrong
neither,
information.
man. I've got no idea.
But so you've never been like a real big COD fan, because I know you'd play FIFA and stuff in the band room.
Yeah.
And get around it.
Honestly,
with the boys.
man, I play sports games, but that's about it, man. To be honest.
Yeah. So you like, bro? Speak about tennis. You're fucking not even talking about tennis. I know you got a good fucking ace on you, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I used to play. I mean, I've played heaps when I was a kid, probably from like 15.
Then you've been
till
playing
about 20
social as well.
But yeah, I've been playing a little bit over the last couple of years, like here and there. Definitely got the itch back for it. I definitely love it. Been to the Australian Open in the last 2 years, which has been cool. Got to see Federer play Djokovic this year.
Bro, what did you feel, man? So what just happened with Djokovic this week? Do you feel that was a bit fucking?
Yeah,
how you going?
Yeah, definitely overreacted.
Like at the end of the day, look, I understand you got the integrity of the game, but it was a complete accident.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For him to get disqualified for that, I thought, fucking hell, that's a bit harsh. You know? But then in saying that too, at least it gives everyone else a fucking chance, because, you know, he is bloody great.
Yeah.
Look at you battling with Peach. So you can tell Marshy's gone all quiet. He's just dodging the questions. I'm trying to fuck him up.
Come on!
Holy shit, he got second. That's a solid time, man, too, on that course.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Marsh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who's your favourite tennis player?
Nadal.
I thought it
By
was
a country
Nadal,
mile,
I didn't
man.
wanna say. So you got 6 points for that one, man. That's what Crunk got overall.
Oh,
Not
wow.
to like shit on the boys, but I'm sorry, I'm just comparing you on the
that's cool.
leaderboard. Like,
Yeah.
They're just gonna be like, "Fucking hate you, Diz. You're a fucking asshole."
Yeah, probably Nadal, definitely. Like, I just love his work rate and I love his mental headspace. Like,
do you pick
I've
your
actually
wedgie
got
every time as well? You take a shot. Or...
I
Shit
don't
on
get
the
skilled for
dog.
that, but no, I've actually got a photo on my phone of him playing at the US Open actually, and I want to get it blown up in my studio, just because it's a photo of him and you can just tell that there's like every bit of emotion and energy in this one
Focus.
photo
Yeah.
that he's just put out. Oh fuck. And yeah, it's inspiring to me. So I want to get that fucking set up.
How is your studio going, bro?
Yeah,
you
good,
can press
man.
that as many times as you want. It's unlimited until it runs out.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, really good. Really
Have you
good.
changed anything around? I've seen that you've
Yeah,
obviously switched
I've
a few
painted
things
it.
up.
Painted the studio.
Yeah.
Took
I might have
everything
to come
off
and
and I got
critique it.
some more panels. And, yeah. I got some more panels. And yeah, it's actually sounding pretty cool in there actually.
Yeah, sick, bro.
Yeah. Just
Look,
need
it's-
some more synths and whatnot, but you know.
What's one of your favorite plugins at the moment? Or what is one of your favorite plugins in general?
I'd probably say Serum or Nexus.
Yeah.
Nexus definitely for like pianos and stuff, I suppose. But there's a lot of like instrument racks you can get anyway. So if you can find like a good pack of like instrument racks that are already done in like Ableton and things like that. Like I've got these pianos that I use that are like literally just that someone's put an instrument rack and done themselves, and yeah, things like that definitely help as well.
Yeah.
I suppose. So sometimes I'd rather use that than actually use a synth. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always, I should have asked that question earlier on. I was fucking,
No, that's alright.
it's always a dope question that like, Crunk said the same thing, Serum. Like, I know he uses Nexus for sure.
Yeah.
Do you master your own stuff? Do you always like to get it final master from someone else just to?
No,
for
I
them
like
to
to
hear
get
a
it
different
mastered from
opinion?
someone else, man, to be
Yep.
honest with you. But, you know, I'll get it to where I think it sort of needs to be, and then
Fucking
I
Bowser.
definitely think having someone else's ears on it can help. You know what? If I can get 10% out of it, then it's 10%. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Bring new light to it.
Yeah.
You know, bring their own perspective to it. Plus, you obviously, you know. you
What I
gotta
will
pick
say
and
though,
respect
if you're
people.
not sitting in the studio with them, it's hard to explain. I find sometimes, especially when you're. That's the same sort of thing I was going about before. Is like when I was working with a vocalist, you know, overseas. It's so much better when you're in the studio with someone one-on-one, and you know.
Well, man, how quick we did it, because, you know, I was just
Oh.
writing, and then you're like, we were kind of switching a few things on the spot, and I just jumped straight back
Yeah.
in, and
Yeah.
man, we fucking rocked it on
Yeah.
the HQ stage
Yeah.
a few times, and the
Yeah.
energy.
Oh,
from
shout
that
out
was
to your old
insane.
lady for cooking us dinner too. That was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
amazing.
good old Mama Bear. Fucking hell, man, you just slotted in on a 3 right there,
Yeah.
dude. I'm trying to like fucking put you up a little bit. I know if I ask him more music questions, it kind of fucks his focus. So
Yeah.
trying to level it up for you, boys. Marsh is still killing it with Toad right here.
What did Lockie get?
Lockie got so Crunk got 6 and he got 6 points, and then he came 5th out of the overall and he got 8 points. Currently,
right.
I think you've just trumped
I've
them both.
I've got 9 points already.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Yeah,
fucking hell, Marsh
here we
is pushing
go.
the top of the leaderboard. Fucking that last course as well. I was just gonna comment. You fucking bringing back your RX-7 days. You're drifting fucking everywhere, mate. You just
I'm lucky.
fucked up,
I'm actually
bro.
lucky I survived those days. To be honest with you, I'm glad those days are behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, look. There's
Never be a hoon.
Yes, it's true, man.
Never be a hoon.
Look,
Not worth
there's
it.
been some unfortunate things I've been seeing on the news lately. You know, people losing their lives to drive
Yeah,
in the
100%,
cars,
man.
You know, it's just look. It's all good to have fun
Definitely
and
not.
to have power. It's time and a place, and you know, there's
Yeah.
places that you can go. If
And
you wanna
accidents
push
happen,
your
man.
car,
Accidents
you know?
happen that people can't control. So
Exactly. That's just life. That's life. But in saying this, you are fucking annihilating in second right here.
yeah.
And you got 2 fucking greens and still another one in the bank.
Oh, I thought
Oh.
that if you hit it was
See,
green.
I thought so as well, but that only happens with the red. I'd actually just
Oh,
watching
yeah, right.
you. Well, I don't know. It only you had the red ones before, and
Oh.
it happened. The green ones fuck you up because you can still get hit by them. They're not like
Yeah,
missile
yeah,
shooters.
right. If you get a duo in here, you need to like get that golden eye sesh happening, I reckon, so they can just annihilate each other.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Jeez, take it easy, mate. All right, fucking pipe down. All right. You never know what's in store for Laidback TV.
Sorry.
All right? You never know what's in store, sir. All right.
My bad. Sorry.
No, I just fucking with you, bro. I take all suggestions, comment, anything.
Yeah.
We take them all on. That's for sure, man.
Okay.
Like I said, we're all about the culture, and I'm doing it for the love, homie.
Yeah. Are we allowed to say who's coming up next week, or am I going to ask that question?
Yes, we definitely are allowed to say who's coming up next week.
Yeah.
And it's all. I get nervous because I always lock in and confirm a week before to make sure. Yeah, we got the one and only Cron Dogs. I got Chronic on.
Yeah.
So
my
shout
how
out, Cron.
good.
Is there?
Honestly, a big inspiration for me as well. That guy.
Yes.
Absolute lad.
Please speak.
Yeah,
Please speak
absolute
on it, man.
legend. The jump off. You can't go past that. How good.
Oh, fair.
And just a
If you're a hip hop
all
fan,
round
man.
genuine guy. Like absolute legend. Always got time for people. Like give you advice. Like yeah, got a lot of love and respect for Chronic. 100%.
Man, look, I'm so happy because it just lined up perfectly. With how it went down. Obviously, him being here during this time, and look, I wish I caught up with him a little bit more. It's
And
just
the stories he's
everyone's
got
busy
as
and
well
stuff.
in America. How good, man.
He's got
like,
so much, man.
and he
I'm
fucking
really
deserves
excited,
it too, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Like
dude, if you're talking about a guy from the ground up, grinding, you know, really dominated scenes and you know, done different avenues, lived in different places, and really taken that risk to the next level. Yeah, I'm really excited to have Cron on.
awesome, man.
Yeah, dude. I wanted to ask you as well because I didn't even ask you this before.
Yeah.
What's your favorite hip hop track?
Express Yourself by NWA.
Hey, express yourself.
Probably.
Dude, love that.
Probably,
Love
I
that
would
song.
say, yeah.
And
Well,
Dance?
I mean, Run DMC, it's like that. That had a big influence
Yeah.
on my career as well, yeah.
What about Dance, bros?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, this is a tough. I'll give you 3. Come on. There's got to be 3.
All right.
I know you've got 100.
Yeah.
But-
Insomnia.
He's in first, by the way, people. What the fuck? And he's gone second, third, second, first. Boys, this is going to be hard to beat. It's going to be hard to beat. Insomnia?
Whoa. Man with a Red Face.
Got one more, bro. Make it a good one, bro.
Oh.
You just got a 37 lap time, bro.
Is that good?
That's fucking great. It's better than your 48 before.
Yeah, it's a different track though, bro. You
Yeah.
can't. Fuck, another track.
Dude, Luigi's on your ass. Oh
Love it.
my god, is Marsh gonna get first? Oh my god! Final lap first. You still got one fucking track to tell me. You're just jumping all over the place.
I'm
And you
concentrating.
fucked ours
I
up.
didn't get first.
Holy
Fuck up.
shit! No pressure. Don't fuck this turn up, Marsh.
Come on.
Oh my god! Dude,
Yeah.
39. That's wild, man.
Yeah, boy.
Dude, bro. I gotta be quick on this too. Fucking, mate, Willow's giving claps in the back. They are very well pro.
Hey, what
Wait,
happens
so
if you didn't tell me this, bro? What if you happen to
Hold
get
up.
podium? What if you get podium?
No, yeah, you got podium. Oh my god, you came number one
All over.
with Toad, and you had 24.
I actually won the whole fucking thing. What
Yeah,
does that mean? Where's my prize?
You have 24 points. Well,
Where's my fucking prize, bitch?
hold on, bro.
Can't come
Alright,
to your game show and not get a prize.
We need to get everyone playing first, and then there's going to be something special.
Okay, alright.
All right, don't worry. Just fucking hold up. There may be a laid-back trophy. This guy's making us reveal everything fucking third episode in. Jesus.
Sorry.
No pressure. Everyone, we haven't seen this yet. He made it to the castle. He made it to the fucking castle.
Alright.
When's the last time you fucking played this?
Oh, fuck,
You're
who
fucking
knows?
full of shit
Oh,
right
fuck
now.
off. I just played a bit of it when I was a kid, that's all.
Oh, yeah, just a bit.
Third other track, I'd probably say something by Eric Prydz or Dead Mouse, to be honest with you, especially early days.
Yeah.
Not exactly by Dead Mouse had a huge influence on my music, I suppose. Tonight by Eric Prydz I really like. It's probably one of my favourite songs. I don't know, I can't really, all time, you just can't really numb it down, really, man. Like, you know.
What about producers, man? Who's the one,
Eric-
who's some of your, like,
Eric
real...
Prydz, Axwell,
I knew you were going to say that. I was
Dead
waiting for
Mouse. Really like, over the last couple of years, I really like what Camel Fat are doing. And at the moment, I've got, probably favourite producer at the moment is Tin Liquor. More like Arjuna Deep sort of stuff, but
yeah,
really, really cool. Yeah, probably, that's on the, like, progressive
You
sort of
got
side.
first place! What the fuck, man? What the fuck, Marsh? You got first fucking place!
Yeah, good.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Bro, no pressure to everyone, but shit, like, yeah, I don't know what to say. Man, some of the boys have been struggling, and the reason why we wanted to throw back an old school console, shout out to Miles, because man, we know all the boys are
I've played it
pretty big
before.
gamers,
Yeah,
man, and like they're all on the PlayStation, they're all on the
well,
Xbox.
these controllers
like,
are a bit different themselves.
That's it. We want to switch it up to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Look, my writing is shit, but this motherfucker is first right now. And look, you haven't got the best lap time, but you came first, man. That is a hard course. Like,
yeah.
I don't even want to play it. That's how hard it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, look, sick. Look, I'm just gonna put that volume down. Yeah. So jump on. So what my questions are. Advice, like if you if there's anyone out there right now that you know, from a resident DJ, from someone who's been around Adelaide for a long time, I know you touched on your experiences and things like that. It did seem like, you know, you were at the right places at the right time. You had the right connections as well, but you also you put the time into yourself to give yourself those opportunities as well. Is there any little gems that you can just throw out there for anyone that's like said wants to have an idea, feels like you felt when you were in that club, and you fucking, you know?
Oh, I mean, if you're trying to become a resident DJ at a venue, then you need to be in that venue consistently. And same thing, like you don't need to blow smoke up anyone's ass. You just need to build relationships. Build relationships with the people that you want to be hanging around with. Like, that's probably my best advice. in terms of, I don't know, it's sort of changed a bit. I mean, I sort of started 10 years ago. You remember that? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
If I was to start again now, I'd probably say content is key.
And consistency with the content.
And consistency with the content, I'll probably say, if you're starting out. And just pushing who you really want to be, basically. I think now, if I was to start again, I probably wouldn't dive 100% into the whole resident DJ thing. I mean, yeah, it's great to have gigs every week, but if you're trying to become an artist, which personally, man, I think I'm still trying to become an artist. Like, I'm really trying to push my music and my sound and my thing, and I don't think I'm quite there yet.
Yeah.
You know, I think I need
I respect
probably,
the honesty, bro.
you know, another 4 or 5 solid tracks before I could probably turn around and call myself an artist. Like, but for any advice for younger kids out there, I would say dive into that. Find yourself a sound. I know that sounds cliche. Everyone fucking says it, but it's true. Dive into what you truly believe in and just nail yourself down on that and go full steam ahead on that.
Because it is a big difference, man, from DJing as a DJ and then DJing as an artist.
Correct.
You know, and like, you definitely know that from, you know, like I said, studying who you're going to DJ for. And then when you're on the main room and you have your own set and you're the main set, you play what the fuck you love, man.
That's right.
With your own twist in between. And all the biggest DJs, man, they've all had to go through that period.
And I honestly, I mean, okay, so for me personally, there's 2 levels of DJs for me, right? There's someone who, and some of them still make really good money and travel the world and do really well. But for me, there's DJs over here that just play music and play what people want and probably get their tunes ghost producers, all that sort of stuff. And then there's the guys over here that are the true artists. Like, I would much rather be on this side than this side. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's all about just diving in. If you're going to become an artist, the gigs are going to come anyway. Like, give up your time and drive into the studio and do that a bit more. That's probably what I would probably do if I was to start again right now. On the flip side, if you want to become a resident DJ, yeah, it's wicked. It's awesome. You get to play some awesome shows, meet some awesome people. And I mean, just generally DJing, if you truly love it, then, you know, you can't go past it either. So I'm not kind of contradicting myself a little bit at the moment, but
no, but man, we all contradict each other.
There's two ways to go about it. You know, it just depends on what you really want. But I do feel that even after 10 years, I'm still learning stuff. Like, don't ever think that you've just, you know, there's just so much to learn all the time, even in DJing. Like, so yeah, I'd just really invest in time in yourself if you really want to do it. Like, Adelaide's a cool place, man. We've got a lot of cool people. I'm sure if any young guys want to reach out to any of us guys, we'd be more than happy to help. So
yeah, and that's what I love, man. Shout out everyone that's already been on the show. Shout out everyone that's supporting our show so far. And man, I just want to say thanks for giving your time to us and just like hanging out, chilling. It's been hard even in COVID. Like we haven't been able to catch up. Like, just see you every weekend, motherfucker. I miss you, bro.
No, you too, man.
You know what I mean? I miss the crew. Like, I miss all the boys, you know.
I know. We need to tee up that wine tour. That's what we need to do.
Yes, we do, man. It's going to get messy again, Chris. I didn't remember too much of it. I was pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, Chris, this is it.
Yep.
No. I want to give you any last words, man. If there's anything else that you want to say, as I've been asking all the questions.
Yep.
You know, like I said, anything else, if there's a message to someone out there, whatever, what's the Marshy message?
What's the Marshy
you're going to put out?
Oh, that's probably the hardest question you've asked all night.
Yeah. The best till last, brother.
I don't know. Do it for the right reasons. If you want to get into it and have a crack at it. Like, I genuinely love music. Like, if I've had a hard day at work or whatever, and sometimes I'll just go in the studio, like, that's my jam. All I'd say is if you're going to really have a crack at it, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. believe in yourself. Sometimes it's like I know that sounds a bit cliche as well, but in this music scene, there's so many things going on all the time. I think it's probably hard not to compare yourself to other people sometimes, but I think if you're definitely true to your vision and what you want to do, and just nail that and go for that, then that's probably my only advice, I'd say. And shut your fucking mouth and let your DJ do your talking for you.
Yeah, you heard it from the one and only Paul Marshman. Look, I'm 3. This is Laidback TV with my homies. I appreciate everyone, and especially you, sir. I hope
Thanks,
to
brother.
have you back on something different.
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, we
Good
got
to see
some
you,
more
mate.
shit to do. I need to get in your studio,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's it.
I want to see that painting, bro. You see how we've done the cutting in here, bro?
Yeah, it
Is your
looks
cutting
amazing.
in as good
mate.
or what?
It looks so good. Great chat. Cool, man.
Nah,
Thanks,
no
brother.
dramas, man. You're all good. Peace. Marsh, you lad.
Yeah.
Man, you had me. Look, I'm.